Here's a step-by-step video on how I made my electromagnetic motor. I started off by making a 3D model of this motor on my computer. This was a general model that borrowed from Jared Owen's video on electromagnetic motors. And as you can see here, this model is very simple at first. But it was hard to create a real model that would be 3D printable, as this model right here is simply drawing from the video directly. I later created a model that would more realistically show the inside of the armature of this motor. The brushes are shown in blue, and then we have the plates that are supposed to be on the outside of the inner armature assembly shown in orange and gray, and then we have the wires attached to them inside the armature assembly in sort of like a greenish blue color. Then we have the red and black, which are our magnets for this motor, as it is an electromagnetic motor, all hooked up to the battery, of course. And this can all be seen better with in review of the armature, as you can see with the green wires and the orangish axle. Once I got to 3D printing this motor, I found an open source model and was able to start 3D printing. However, it wasn't just this easy, because I had to make some significant changes. The open source model can be found in the credits of this video, and here is the final model that I decided to start 3D printing. The outer case has these different slots for the magnets, as you can see right here, and then we have the axle as well, which is shown on the left and has the hole inside of the outer case. The axle assembly combines with the gear to allow for the gear to spin the axle, because that is what the goal is for this original design. The wires are to be wrapped around this gear, and then we are supposed to be able to spin this design. We also had a holder for this model that was to hold the axle on the other side, and this is how my 3D prints turned out. The 3D prints did not turn out that well, as I wasn't able to make a functioning motor. The magnets and axle are not shown here. However, as you can see, the wires were not set up well, and I was not able to create a brush system that would result in a 3-phase motor, which requires a controller. I did not have a controller at the time, so I decided to revamp my model for the motor, and this is instead a single-phase motor, which spins quite well because of how the wire is able to consistently connect to the wire coil. And I also was able to get slow motion video of this motor that allowed for me to measure the velocity and the work of the motor, which was very handy. As you can see in this diagram, this motor has the south pole magnet and then the south pole charge due to the negative charge coming out of the battery and flowing towards the positive end. And this negative charge repels against the negative charge and resulted in the wire coil to keep on spinning. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you found this presentation to be very informative of the setup that I had for this model. Be sure to check the credits for more information on how I got inspiration for this model, and also for how the design works with the original designs and the science behind the original designs, because my video did not involve any one original design, even for the final model. The final model relied on me to follow closely to an original design while still maintaining a functioning motor with the materials that I had.